This is a soap saver project. It's made out of a block of cedar, 1 inch thick, and we've got some grooves cut on the top side, and on the bottom side we've got some grooves going the other direction, so you get kind of a honeycomb effect there. You see through it. The idea is that when you take your block of soap, and you're done washing your hands, it's going to be all wet. You put it down here. Air is going to be able to get up underneath there and dry out the bottom side of your soap. It's going to prevent, like if you just put the soap down on the sink itself, you end up with a big mess of soap residue there. So it's going to keep that soap up above the sink, and it's just going to save the life of your bar of soap. It also looks pretty neat. It smells nice also. First step in cutting out the soap saver is cut out some blocks. I've cut out 2 of them so far. I'm going to do 3 for this video. And the dimensions I chose are 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. It's important to have to not have even numbers. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch cuts. So there'll be 1/4 inch material and then a cut that's 1/4 inch wide. If you use even number for the width or the length, you're going to end up with material on one end and a void on the other. I want to end up with either material on the ends or no material on each end. So you need to use a number that ends in 1/4. So 3 1/4, 4 3/4. So I'm going to cut out the 3rd block real quick. I'm just going to mark it. I'm going to take dimensions on it. I'm just going to mark it out. Let's get it even on this end, and just make a line. I'm just going to cut off one of the ends because it's rounded right here. I'm going to cut off the end real quick. Okay, I'm going to scribe another mark on the end to get the length. Cut that. Okay, that's it. Next step is I'm going to do some roundovers on the blocks, and I'm going to determine the top and the bottom of each of the blocks. Just choose the best looking side, to be the top. And what I'm going to do is, when I cut these notches out, the sides here are going to get cut out like this. So this material right here, that'll show up better here. So I'm going to cut notches like this, and this material right here is going to go on each side, just like that. That's what I'm going to shoot for. So the roundovers that I'm going to do are going to be all 4 corners on the top, or edges on the top, and then I'm only going to do the edges on this side and then on the bottom side, with the roundovers, because this material over here is going to get removed all the way along down on the bottom here. So no need to do roundovers on the bottom. box joint jig to cut the notches in the soap saver part. The whole thing is going to get clamped between this this clamp part here and the slider here. I'm going to get a little closer here so you can see what the deal is. So this is a cedar block right here, and I've got two L brackets on each side here. I'm going to clamp them together, the wood clamp, and then just kind of screw that whole assembly down to the slider. The other thing is to set the depth of the blade, the dado blade. It's again it's a 1/4 inch width. Set the depth of it, or the height of it, to be just a little bit over 1/2 inch, because the cedar block itself is 1 inch. Okay, the jig is all set up. I'm going to make the first set of notches lengthwise. Okay, so that's going to be the bottom, right there. Remember how I said I'm going to cut the notch on each side, right here, so that I only really needed to radius this side and this side. This is going to be the top right here. So that's what I'm going to cut next. I'm going to cut the top. I'll put it back in the jig like this, and start cutting the notches the other direction. What I did was I flipped over the cedar block and rotated it 90 degrees so we can cut the notches in the other direction. It's all set up and it's ready to go. Okay, this is pretty much the finished product. You can kind of see there, it's crosshatch cut. You know, this is the bottom side here. There's that round over that I did before, and then on the top side, you know, it's already kind of got the round overs all the way around the top side, so it seemed to turn out pretty good. Might need a little bit more sanding. You can see a little. Right here, a little defect right there with the cutout. It is cedar, so it's going to have that now and then. But yeah, just a little bit of sanding, and that's going to be it. Let's make the other two. Last step is really just to hit it with some sandpaper. It's 120 grit. I'm just going to hit them. Get some of the burrs off it and stuff. You know, smooth it out.